Hello, everyone. This is Southern Hellenist. I'm back with another video. So I'm going to be talking about animal sacrifice in this video and why some people who practice a polytheistic religion will have the option of doing an animal sacrifice, even though people that are writing books about these different religions state that animal sacrifice is never performed in these paths, and why that would be not a good assumption. So one of the things that when I was learning about all these different polytheistic religions, especially uh, especially ones like the Norse and the Greek, or the Hellenic. One of the things that I kept on hearing over and over and over again is that, especially in Hellenic and in Norse circles, that animal sacrifice is never done. It is something that we don't want to ever resurrect, and it is something that we do not do. And then, as time progressed on, I encountered people that did practice animal sacrifice. I'm not talking about human sacrifice, because that's wrong, but animal sacrifice. And they were giving thanks to the gods for what they were doing. Or they would raise an animal specifically for the purpose of sacrificing it. But then, of course, the food would be eaten among the people that were taking part. So when we go and look at these two different points of view, like the early one where animal sacrifice is not done, and then later on down the road you hear about people sacrificing animals to the gods, it kind of makes you wonder, why in the world are people saying that we don't do animal sacrifice when there are people that do? And I asked this question, I don't know how long ago I asked this question, and I was basically told that the people that are performing the animal sacrifice are far and in between, and they obviously do not understand what Reconstructionism is about. And I'm kind of wondering, well, do you know what Reconstruction is about? And I think it's also partly because we don't want outsiders to think that we're doing something that is morally repugnant. Also, we don't want PETA at our front door, stealing our dogs and having them euthanized. But we literally are like, it's kind of like a taboo subject. And I know there's Wiccans out there that kind of go, oh my lord, oh my, you sacrificed a pig, oh no. I am laughing my head off about that. I have yet to encounter a Wiccan doing that, but I'm sure they're out there. But I think it has a lot to do with going back to how the polytheists did it. And this is, when we go and we look at Reconstructionism, we're looking at this as, this is something that the ancients did. Now, human sacrifice we definitely don't do, but there are people in heathen circles, in Hellenic circles. They're like, okay, look, animal sacrifice had a purpose. It had a meaning to the people that were performing it. And so you may have a Hellenist who's a farmer who raises pigs for the purpose of sacrifice. Or you may have a Celtic Reconstructionist that will slaughter and sacrifice to the gods the animals that will not make it through the winter, and then they will end up like put in their freezer, and that will be their food that'll be their meat for the winter months. And that is, okay, look, if you are slaughtering animals because you know they're not going to survive the winter, if they're like old, yeah. I do not know if there's any Celtic pagans that are reading the entrails. If there is, let me know how that works. Because I'm fascinated by any like non-human revival, like, yeah, hey, you sacrifice this animal, read the entrails. I'd like to know, is there anyone out there that does that? That'd be pretty interesting to have that conversation. Because I'm an inquiring mind. I want to know. But, and then, but yeah, animal sacrifice is always going to be this taboo subject in Reconstructionist circles. They know they're out there. They know that there are people out there that sacrifice animals to the gods. And I think that when you encounter someone who does that, I think that the common reaction is literally to be like, no, that is not how it's supposed to be done. And I understand where they come from in that area. But we also have to respect that this is also historically accurate, and they're just doing what is historically was done. As long as they're not killing people and reading their entrails, we're fine. If they're if they're sacrificing a rabbit to Artemis, or they're sacrificing a pig to, say, Loki, or to Belanos, or to any of these pre-Christian deities, let's just leave them alone and let them do it. They're not breaking the law. But that's my opinion about animal sacrifice. But literally, if you go onto Facebook, like, I think 4 or 5 years ago, there was a guy that actually posted that he had slaughtered like 7 pigs and sacrificed them to Thor. And the amount of hatred he got from other polytheists made me go, what the freaking heck? But he had a gathering of like, I think 400 people. And they freaking barbecued this dang freaking pig. So it's like, literally, it's like he had a cool setup outside. So he had this big wooden statue of Thor, and he had this big fire pit, which was freaking awesome. And he took like a sliver of the meat and he threw it into the fire, and the rest of it was cooked and eaten. And everybody had fun, and they all got drunk. They were all looking stupid. I'm pretty sure they all stayed at his house. Please stay at the house. But it was awesome. It was like, it was awesome. But yeah. Animal sacrifice. The one topic besides slavery that really riles polytheists up. Yeah. It does. It does. It does. But, hey, the animal sacrificer, they're part of our group. But yeah. Yeah. Something else I want to advise people: if you're looking at wooden statues of the gods, go on Etsy. They have some great sellers. There was actually I can't pronounce the name of it. They were actually having like 20% off their statues, which was really awesome. I did not buy any statues from them because they didn't have the ones I wanted. But they had some really great Norse statues. The quality from that shop is awesome. It's like off the hook. I mean, seriously. I mean, just totally off the hook. I mean, just beautifully done. But yeah. So I am going to let you guys go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. And until next time, may you be happy, healthy, most importantly be safe, and hail to the gods. Bye.